Hey guys, what's going on? Tyraco here, back again with another raid video. Now, today's video is actually going to be an updated version of a video that I did about 8 to 10 months ago. It's one of my very first videos on my channel, and I went back and watched it a little bit, and I think there's a lot of things that have changed in the game, things that I've learned, and things that I would like to share with new players especially, but even mid-game players may not realize this all the time, and it's something you definitely want to remember. And it's definitely very, very important in progression. And I actually used one of these tips today when trying to push through the Doom Tower. So, why am I in Platinum Arena? The heck? I guess I had some victories. All right, so that's actually exciting. I changed my defense today, and I guess I'm in Plat. There we go. Awesome. We'll keep that hidden until this weekend. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, sorry to get sidetracked there, guys. Let me go ahead in here and talk about auras. Okay, so how do auras work? So if you're a new player, let me go ahead and jump in here and break down the auras a little bit. We'll go into the campaign. So if you're going through the campaign, very, very early on in the game, you get your starter champion, Kale, okay? They give you your starter, and you put him in this leader position right here. And I don't know if he's just like, or Kale, Elaine, Aethel, Gallic. It doesn't really matter. Whoever it is, they give it to you. And I don't know if they automatically put him there or if you have to put him there yourself. Now, when you put Kale, for example, in that spot, it says up here in this corner, it says Aura Skill increases ally HP in all battles by 15%. Now, something I really want to focus on and I really want to draw attention to is that is very, very important. As you can see, the raid AI and the raid programming doesn't actually know how to organize their team. Because if we look over here on the right side, it says Aura Skill increases ally HP in faction crypts by 22%. I actually never noticed that until just now, but apparently Raid is having a little bit of troubles with organizing their teams, so maybe this helps them as well. But either way, this is what you want. If you're doing campaign battles, you need to make sure you either have a champion who increases X stat in all battles or increases whatever stat it is in campaign battles specifically. Now, there's other auras. There's ally defense. Well, this is okay in faction crypts. There is in arena battles. There's all kinds of things. And now there's one's Doom Tower. There's one's campaign specific. All of these different ones, and dungeons included, all of these different ones only are active when your champion in the lead is running through that content. Okay, so hopefully you guys know that. The biggest question, the single biggest mistake that I see made is people go to the clan boss and they'll ask if, which I don't have a key to use right now, but they will ask if the dungeon auras, if the faction war auras or arena, typically not arena, it's typically just dungeons. Do dungeon auras work in the clan boss? Now, I can kind of understand why this is a question that's asked frequently, but no, they do not work in the clan boss. Dungeon auras are only for dungeons. So all the champions say where their auras are strong. Doom Tower champions only in the Doom Tower. Now, one key detail you want to watch out for. All right, so Raid does a very good job about notifying you when your champion has an aura and they're in the lead, okay? So if you have a champion in here, let's say we have two champions, and put a Diabolist in here. Say it says no aura skill selected. We start battle and a warning pops up. You haven't chosen a champion with an aura skill. And it says aura skills are great, and they are. So we go ahead and we know, okay, we need to back out. We need to put a champion with an aura skill in the lead. However, say we used this aura. As we just talked about, the increased defense in faction crypts does not work in campaign, but it does not give you an error. So you don't get an error, but it doesn't work. So make sure you're double checking any champion's aura to make sure it actually works in whatever content you're doing. Now, probably the most asked question in the original video that I did about this was, do auras work even after the main champion dies? And the answer is yes. Now, I said I used this in the Doom Tower earlier today, and what I had done was I went to the Scarab King boss right here, and I put Rector Drath as the leader because I needed more accuracy on my Vergus. Now my Vergus was soloing this whole stage, and this 55 resistance, he kept that. So everybody died, but he still had that extra resistance to push him to the point where the Scarab King wasn't going to be stripping those buffs from him, at least not as frequently. It still happens every now and then, but still, if you have an aura, and even if the champion's going to die, definitely put them in the lead. Make sure their aura is active and is actually lines up with that specific area, either all battles or specifically says that area of the game. For example, Doom Tower, well, Rector Drath is gone now, okay? So Doom Tower or a champion like Martyr in all battles. So make sure you keep that in mind. Now, where do these stats apply? So increases ally defense in all battles by 33%. So there's a few things that could happen here. Obviously, you could look at this and say, okay, increases ally defense by 33%, 2,600 times 33%. That's a big number. Well, unfortunately, that is not the number that is increasing. It is increasing this base number right here. So 1,288. So if I have Martyr as the leader, she's going to increase the base stats, the base defense, more specifically, of everybody on the team by 33%. So you can obviously see there's massive benefits for having a very good leader with a very good aura. For example, a champion like Martyr is basically adding an extra defense percent piece of gear. So whenever possible, take a champion with an aura and put him in the lead. Now, guys, to talk about one champion who everybody's going to make, everybody has to fuse him going through the missions and everything. This is a champion who's actually really good for the campaign. He has an aura that says increases ally attack in all campaign battles, or in campaign battles, by 40%. So this is an example of a champion who, if you have Relic Keeper, which you will eventually, then he only works as a leader when it comes to the campaign battles specifically. Now, sometimes auras are locked behind being ascended. I believe Tyrell is an example of a champion who you have to ascend him before this aura unlocks, which means upgrade his potion levels to 3-star. Typically, it's 3-star. I don't think there's any champions out yet that are any different than 3-star. Typically, it is 3-star. Now, what are the most popular auras and which kind of auras should you be looking for? My favorite auras that are just really overall situations, there's no it's not as niche uses, are speed, defense, HP. Those are my top 3. Now, some that have a little bit more of a niche use are attack percent. So if you're going through, if you're trying to do speed runs in dungeons, for example, and for dragons, perfect example, I'll have my Royal Guard as my leader because he increases all allies' attack in dungeons, which dragon is a dungeon, by 35%. So this is amazing. I don't need more survivability. My team survives fine, so I throw the attack percent in there. If my team was dying, I would throw either an HP percent, an ally, or an aura with an HP boost, or a champion maybe like a Martyr for an extra defense boost. Now, the other auras are like resistance, there's crit rate, so I mentioned attack percent, and that's currently in the game. There's probably going to be more released in the future, so maybe crit damage, who knows? But currently, these are the main ones in the game. One more thing I want to mention is some champions have not specific areas of the game, but specific conditions. So Doom Priest, for example, increases force ally speed in all battles by 15%. So she only affects the force allies on your team. Obviously, she's the only force ally on this team, so her speed is the only one that would be affected. The most important thing you need to watch out for is make sure this matches the conditions you're looking for, and make sure that you actually have somebody with an aura in the lead, okay? Like I said, the game will notify you if you don't have a champion with an aura in the lead, but the game does not tell you, hey, this champion does not actually give a boost in this area of the game. All right, guys, so to wrap up this video, make sure to always double check to make sure whatever champion you're using in whatever area of the game it is, that their aura, one, they're actually in the leader spot. You have to be in the leader spot to actually have your aura working. Make sure it's actually correct for whatever area you are in the game. And finally, just in case this question comes up, you cannot make a champion have an aura. All the auras are default into champions just like their skills are. So you can get those sometimes by ascending a champion, but you'll know that from the champion page anyways, if that's even possible, guys. So thank you all very, very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and feel free to click one of the next ones that are about to pop up, and I'll catch you in the next one.